Yellow everybody, and welcome back to Dwarf in a Jar playing Bastion. Last time we killed an ankle gator and then tried to do a challenge with a stick. I'm going to try that challenge with a stick again. Just quickly. And if I don't, I'll maybe do 2 attempts, but if I fail, I fail. So what? But yeah, I've got 1 improvement now. Should make things a little easier for me. Okay, so it takes roughly 6... Let's call it 10 seconds to get back to there. Okay. Now, what are my mock-ups? Question. I want to be standing as far over as possible.
Good enough run at Camp Danzig could get you promoted to captain on the spot.
Cool. Done. Yeah, so the speed up your charge and throw was...
The wilds ain't so scary now, are they?
And knowing the route. Hello. Yep, ankle gator. I believe I get more pets. Well, she gets more pets, which I'd bring back for her. Because they are adorable. Also, let's turn these back on. Oh? Hey!
The dynasty, to the families of the city, all reunited.
So we got a load of cash for it. Oh, I lived underground for centuries.
Know how Caelondia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine.
That's this
If
place.
the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here.
Ow. Oh yeah, I forgot I gave them bonus damage.
But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The army's triggers once had the place on lockdown.
Yes!
Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam! Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check. Point Lemaine seen better days for sure. but it ain't done.
This, by the way, is the replacement I have for the bow. Much stronger, much more dangerous, and also, well, when I get the upgrades on it, much more powerful. Currently, that's slow. That's way too slow.
Whole place shudders in a fit. The grand rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks.
I can just shotgun it. If I have to, but probably not.
Grand rail's all grown over with things the Calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf.
Yes, at the moment the bow is more powerful. Because the recharge speed and...
Kid don't let so much as one of those things slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they own the place.
Ow. It does good damage though, but not as much as the bow at the moment. Yeah. Ooh, my head's getting a bit topsy-turvy.
It takes fancy footwork on the rail, what with wallflowers, coughing fungus everywhere.
Very risky. This feels like a dead end. Got it. I also remember this level quite well. It is a pain. Oh, hello.
Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple.
Don't like pineapples, so I wouldn't know. Yes, I'm one of those people who don't like pineapple on pizza. The simple reason I don't like pineapple.
Of course, the Grand Rails see
yes.
much more fighting in bygone times. Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura-Selandian War.
Let's change that to the scrap musket. Just so I have something I can use quickly for melee. Boo.
It was right here that Zolf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up.
Damn it, I wanted that cash. Oh? Yeah, don't spawn behind me. Because this sniper will spot you and take you out.
Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad.
Oh, yeah, a bit of history with the... of, yeah, two different cultures just didn't really go together.
The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs.
Oh look, crystal. Oh, hello. Hello indeed. Not. I'm pretty sure this would hurt. But... Pop. Oh, can't even shoot the damn thing. There we go. Take a bit of range to get to it.
Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into swamp weed central.
Complete Marshall's challenge. Nice. Buzz off, fly.
Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? While shooting a genuine registered army carbine? While choking on swamp weed? While peckers trying to prick you in the eye? Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun.
Heal. Can't see. Get off. I think currently the shotgun will do more damage. Go on, my minion.
But then at last, it's the end of the line. He'll be picking swamp weed out of those boots for days.
Oh, yes I will. But as long as I can get off this rail. Oh, hi.
Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him.
Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff. I think I can outrange them though? Yep.
Not just another wallflower or pincushion, mind you.
Okay,
At first he thinks it's Zulf.
something here.
Turns out he's wrong.
Is this just some? Oh, this is just someone I talked to.
This
Hi, survivor.
is for you, says the man. Then wham.
Oh.
When the kid comes to, the man's long gone. But something else is there.
Anything over here? Oh, I have to get the sealed note.
The only words kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia. Well, what's a kid to do?
Fly
He
home.
took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note.
And he took off. Oh,
That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it?
Out. I'm sleeping.
Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking.
It's another one of those levels.
Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get.
Oh, and also...
The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zulf.
What do you think of her sealed note?
Zulf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zulf told him. It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place.
Get more drinks. I get an ability, right? Oh, let's give me more stuff to set by.
We need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances.
Something fancy. Is the one. Ooh. Damage resistance. Zealous? All Zealous gain a lot of damage. Do a lot of damage, cool. Okay, just gain health from hitting things. Health by counter-blocking with the bullhead. Nice. Come on, pet. You come with me. Oh, just so scan through. Just oh no, it'd be one of these, wouldn't it? Just suddenly gives me one. Oh, okay. Oh, that's the one I got.
No more fooling around. Time to roll out the big guns and get this over with.
Oh yeah. Bullets cause knockback.
That's the way to make every shot count. Even the army never issued carbines in such fine shape.
Oh, look at my money. 5,000. Buy something fancy. Something wrong. I like it. Something pointy, greasy, burnt, sharp, foul, wrong. Oh yeah, I got the musket from one.
Marshals kept the city's peace. They can rest easy now.
Forge. Let's do something fancy again. Quick chance.
It's no longer a weapon. It's a precision instrument.
Guess that really does improve it. So I should go in here. Change that to musket, so I got musket there, aiming better with the beak. Cool. Come on, pet. Ooh, do I have time? Because this is basically like this. It's another mission with certain units in it, and it's painful. Gives me a lot of money, but painful. There's nothing coarse left, nothing. Let's give it a shot.
He wolfs down too much too fast, and it all goes to his head.
Right. Oh. Wait, there's an achievement for doing.
I've said a lot about the kid, but he ain't the only one wrapped up in all this.
Achievement for do who knows where with X number of artifacts on. Yeah, look at that now. So much better. What? What? Apparently I killed something from miles away. Oh no, not this one. Ready for story time, guys, while I
What's he
panic
thinking?
silently.
Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once. Once there was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tassel terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Celandia. Her folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals. Ura refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out. Mama passed away from birthing complications, leaving the girl trapped inside that city with no one but her father. Her father was sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's mancers. His daughter barely saw him. Her father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her nothing of the mancers. It's for your own good, he said. She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history books, gained a knack for strings and songs.
Oh,
now, where were we?
Yeah, I've heard this story a number of times.
At first, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an Ura trader, selling out the city. One young man stood up for her, or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him.
It's easy to deal with when it's just her.
The young man convinced her to take him to her family den to meet her father. Spoke of how he wanted to meet a man from the terminals. When the young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language, her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out. The young man never told her that the Ura's native language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult. Well, I digress.
Oh, do it without idols.
Knocks him into an uneasy sleep.
Damn it. Could have got that. Do not rely on where whiskey. So yeah, sorry guys, you're gonna have to hear the story again. Or maybe actually I'll just cut to where that I lost last time in the story.
What's he thinking? Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once. Once there was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tazzle terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Celandia. folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals. Refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out. The mama passed away from birthing complications, leaving the girl trapped inside that city with no one but her father. Her father was sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's manses. His daughter barely saw him. Her father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her nothing of the mansers. It's for your own good, he said. She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history books, gained a knack for strings and songs. At first, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an Ura trader, selling out the city. One young man stood up for her, or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him.
Okay. Queen Anne.
The young man convinced her to take him to her family den to meet her father. Spoke of how he wanted to meet a man from the terminals. When the young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language, her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out. The young man never told her that the Ura's native language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult. It was then that she decided to escape. The two of them could flee the city together and go to the Tassel terminals. They would hide inside a garbage bin until it got ingested by a scumbag, then let him slosh on out of the city for disposal.
Oh, little ones.
almost succeeded, but the authorities were already there when that scumbag sidled up to the city walls.
Yell them. There we go.
The young man had sent the authorities a tip. Told him her father was using her to sell secrets to the Tassel terminals. She and her father were arrested for treason, but her father got a deal. Returned to work for the Mansers, and she'd go free.
Those guys were just killing each other.
Before they parted ways for the last time, her father whispered a desperate plea. Hurry home to the den and lock yourself in.
Yeah, get the music. Yeah, on its own listings.
She did as she was told, and deep down underground inside that den, she found a journal written in her father's hand.
I dig my hole, you build a wall. I dig my hole, you build a wall. One day that wall is gonna fall.
The next day, the door to the den turned to ash. The girl came up for air, and she saw the calamity all around her.
Reflection complete. She was saved from the calamity. No, jump off the edge. Whew.
When the kid wakes up, his world's still in pieces, just the way he left it.
Ouch. But I also have a ton of money now. And I do mean a ton of money. That's nice. Hey! That's spend X amount. So I
The
did the sniper.
triggers, my brothers,
And
bravest
spend the
men I ever
500.
knew. The city, its riches nothing but fragments now.
Sorry I talked over him, but sweet.
I've asked a lot of the kid, but this is something he's done on his own.
The little bitty. So yeah, we're gonna stop there. Just gonna, well, move out, come back in, just to save things. No, nothing. Nothing I particularly want. So,
The shards are getting harder to find.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Feel free to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And until again then, guys. Bye.